A group of similar cells which perform a particular function is called a tissue. The term tissue was coined by Bichat. The branch of biology that deals with the study of tissues is called histology. Tissues can be divided into two types, plant and animal tissues. Plant tissues mainly are of two types, meristematic and permanent. Meristematic tissue. These are simple living tissues having thin-walled, compactly arranged immature cells which are capable of division and formation of new cells. And shoot tips. Classification on the basis of origin includes two main types. Primary, also known as promeristem, which is derived directly from the meristems of the embryo, and secondary, which is formed by primary permanent tissues. Now, classification on the basis of location. First, we have apical meristem. It is present at the growing tips of stems and roots. Cell division in this tissue leads to the elongation of stem and root. Thus, it is involved in the primary growth of the plant. Next, we have intercalary meristem. It is the part of apical meristem which is left behind during the growth period. These are present at the base of the leaf and internode region. These lead to the increase in the length of the leaf, which is primary growth. For example, in grass stem, bamboo stem, and mint stem. Lastly, we have lateral meristem. It is also called secondary meristem. Into two types. Simple permanent tissues. These tissues are made up of the same type of cells which are similar structurally and functionally. They include two types of tissue. Supporting tissues are supportive in function and come in three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma is the fundamental tissue. Parenchymatous cells have a thin cell wall, mainly composed of cellulose and pectin. They have a large central vacuole for food and water storage. The primary function of parenchyma is food storage. Chloroplast-containing parenchyma tissues are called chlorenchyma, which perform photosynthesis, for example, in the mesophyll of leaves. In hydrophytic plants, aerenchyma, a type of parenchyma containing air spaces, provides buoyancy. Collenchyma is the living mechanical tissue. It consists of elongated cells with thick corners and localized cellulose and pectin thickening. Collenchyma provides flexibility to plant parts and allows easy bending of various parts of the plant. It gives mechanical strength and elasticity to the growing stems. Sclerenchyma, derived from the Greek word skleras, meaning hard, is the strengthening tissue. It is composed of extremely thick-walled cells with little or no protoplasm. The cells are dead and possess very thick lignified walls. Lignin is a waterproof material, and intercellular spaces are absent. Cells of sclerenchyma are of two types, sclerids and fibers. Fibers are very long, narrow, thick, lignified cells. Sclerenchyma fibers are used in the manufacture of ropes, mats, and certain textile fibers. Jute and coir are obtained from bundles of fibers. Bundles. Xylem, also known as wood, is a vascular and mechanical tissue. Thick-walled cells are found in the form of tubular passages. Xylem consists of four types of cells called elements. Tracheids. They are elongated, angular dead cells, considered primitive elements, mainly involved in the conduction of water and minerals in gymnosperms. Vessels. They are advanced elements generally found in angiosperms. Vessels are cylindrical, tube-like structures placed one above the other end to end, forming a continuous channel for efficient conduction of water. Xylem, parenchyma. These are small and thick-walled parenchymatous cells, primarily responsible for the storage of starch or food. Xylem sclerenchyma. These are non-living fibers with thick walls and narrow cavities, providing mechanical support. Except for xylem parenchyma, all other xylem elements are dead. The annual rings present in the trunk of a tree are xylem rings. By counting the number of annual rings, we can determine the age of a tree, a method known as dendrochronology. Animal tissue. Let's outline the classification of animal tissue. Muscular tissue. Movements are brought about in our body with the help of muscular tissues. Types. It is of three types. Striated muscles. They are also called voluntary muscles because these are under the control of one's will. Non-striated muscles. They are involuntary muscles, also called smooth muscles. These muscle fibers are unenucleated and spindle-shaped. Cardiac muscle fibers. They are also involuntary muscles, only found in the walls of the heart. Their structure is in between the striated and non-striated muscles. They are unenucleated and branched. Branches are united by intercalated discs. In these muscles, rhythmic contraction and relaxation occur throughout life.